Hello friends, in this video lecture we will discuss about Green Revolution. As we know, India is mainly an agricultural country, that's why also known as farmers country. Agriculture contributes nearly 33% of India's GDP. What is GDP? So this is gross domestic product. This measures the value of economic activity within a country. GDP can also be defined as the sum of all market values of all final goods and services produced in an economy during a period of time. When we arrange major countries of world on the basis of GDP parameter, US comes first. This shares nearly 24+% GDP of world. Then China, that shares nearly 15+% GDP of world. Then Japan, Germany, and India's ranking is 5th by 3+% world sharing GDP. When India became independent, then the major problem that was before Indian government was to produce enough food with limited agricultural land for increasing population. Why there is limited land? Because after independence there was development of industries, there was development of colonization. All these reduces agricultural land area. But on other side population was continuously growing. So both these causes double threat for productivity. In the mid of 1960, by the efforts of plant breeders, they developed several high yielding varieties of wheat, rice and maize, and this rapidly increases productivity. And this phase, that is mid of 1960s decade, is termed as Green Revolution. So Green Revolution is actually about huge productivity of crops because of efforts of plant breeders. Before this Green Revolution program, India was in begging condition, means India is just importing majority of its crop from other countries. But after this Green Revolution program, India not only fulfilled its own demand but also is ready for export to other countries. Green Revolution was mainly contributed by two scientists, Dr. N.E. Borlaug, who is known as father of World Green Revolution, while M.S. Swaminathan, who is considered as father of Green Revolution of India. So what kind of productivity increases, let's we have to discuss. In case of wheat, in the year 1960, that is before Green Revolution, wheat production in India was nearly 11 million tons, and by the end of 2000 this reaches up to 75 million tons. From 11 million this reaches up to 75 million tons, that is nearly 7 times growth in wheat productivity. And all this is possible because of semi-dwarf varieties of wheat. These semi-dwarf varieties of wheat developed by Dr. Annie Borlaug at International Center for Wheat and Maize Improvement in Mexico. Annie Borlaug is also awarded by Nobel Prize for their Nobel contribution in Green Revolution. Several varieties as Sonalika and Kalyan Sona that are high yielding and disease resistance varieties introduced in India in the year 1963 all over the wheat growing belt in India. Second is about rice. So in the year 1960, rice production was nearly 35 million ton, and by the end of 2000 this rises up to 89.5 million ton, means there was nearly 2.5 times growth in rice productivity, and again this was due to semi-dwarf varieties of rice. These semi-dwarf varieties of rice were derived from IR8 and Taichung native 1. IR8, this rice variety was developed by IRRI, that is International Rice Research Institute, located in Manila, Philippines. And Taichung native 1 semi-dwarf variety of rice was developed by Taiwan. From IR8 and Taichung native 1, a number of rice derivatives introduced in India in the year 1966, and later on in India, Jaya and Ratna, that are better yielding semi-dwarf varieties of rice, developed. Next is sugarcane. Saccharum barberi and Saccharum officinarum. These are two species of sugarcane. Saccharum barberi especially growing by farmers in North India, while Saccharum officinarum by farmers in South India. This North Indian variety of sugarcane is very poor in their yield as well as sugar content, while this Saccharum officinarum that was grown in South Indian region was very good in their yield as well as sugar content. This has thick stem. The problem is this high yielding variety of sugarcane, that is Saccharum officinarum, was not capable to grow in North Indian climatic conditions. So later on, by plant breeding experiments by hybridization, these two species, Saccharum barberi and Saccharum officinarum, fuses with each, that is hybridization, and there will be development of a new sugarcane variety, that is Saccharum variety. We can say this variety carries characteristics of Saccharum officinarum, that is high yield and high sugar content, and this variety is also adapted to grow in North Indian region. So already for South India there was Saccharum officinarum, and now also for North India climatic condition there is a new Saccharum variety. So this problem is also sorted out by plant breeding experiment. Next is about millets. What are millets? So millets are a group of highly variable small seeded grasses that are widely grown around the world as cereal crops or grain for fodder as well as human food. So several hybrid varieties of millets like maize, jowar, bajra have been successfully developed also in India. These hybrid breeding programs have resulted in the development of high yielding varieties that are resistant to water stress, means they can grow easily in water scarcity. One more example that is given in NCERT is about improved variety of pea that is named as P1542. So this is also related with high productivity.